Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah, and today I'm doing a reading for the sign of Cancer for the mid-January 2021 time period. I will leave you decide what that means to you. I hope everybody is doing well. As you know, this is a general reading. There will be some parts that do not resonate with you. Only take the parts that do and leave the rest. You may also want to check out your other signs as well. I've already meditated on the cards, I've already shuffled the cards, and this is a spread that I have for you today, dear Cancer. In the past position, we do have the Hanged Man, clarified by the Chariot in reverse. In the obstacle position, we have the Lovers, clarified by the Ten of Swords, also in reverse. In the present position, we have Justice, and it's clarified by the Hermit. And in the future outcome position, we have the beautiful Nine of Cups, the Wish card, clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. Now, in the past position, we do have the Hanged Man. It's a significant card because it's a major arcana card, and it suggests that you may have felt a little bit limited in some way in the past. It could be a more recent past, it could also be a little bit further than that, but definitely you felt at some point in your life pretty constricted, unable to do what it is that you wanted to do, and had to sort of adopt a perspective that was kind of forced upon you, because we see this person suspended upside down, suggesting that he got there not really willingly. Now, some tarot readers do say that, you know, he willingly kind of acquired that position, but others disagree. So it depends on an individual point of view. But I tend to lean towards the fact that he has been placed in that position, not really wanting to be there. The Hanged Man is a card of sacrifice. In order to move forward, you have to give something up. It's not a very comfortable card. It's a card that comes right before death. So definitely it's not a super positive card, because you don't really feel comfortable when you have lack of control, and you know, you kind of are pressured to let something go. Perhaps it's some sort of an emotional baggage or a relationship or a situation, but it has to be released in order for you to feel light again, so you can kind of move forward. Now, the Hanged Man here is clarified by the Chariot in reverse. And of course, when you have the Chariot in the upright position, it's a really positive card. It's a card of triumph and victory. And it is achieved through exercise and control of emotions. As we see, this person doesn't hold reins to these two lions in front of the Chariot, because he controls them through his mind. It is his sheer willpower and determination that gets him to victory, that brings him that triumph that he, you know, seeks out to get. It is believed that this card was based on Julius Caesar riding, you know, back home to Rome with a victory of his battles. Now, when this card is clarifying the Hanged Man, it suggests that because you are kind of limited in something, because you have this forced perspective, you feel lack of control, you feel lack of direction, and as a result, there may be some aggression that you may feel. And definitely, it kind of teaches you to perhaps identify what it is that you have been previously holding on. For most, most of us, it is usually guilt. It's really easy for people to kind of experience feeling guilt and doing things as a result of that don't really serve anyone ultimately. So that the good thing is that is in the past, and so that was, really amazing and important knowledge that continues to kind of move you forward. Having that experience, having that, sacrifice that had to be made in the past definitely teaches you and makes you stronger for new challenges and tests that do come up. Now, in the obstacle position, we do have the Lovers, and it's clarified by the Ten of Swords in reverse again. The Lovers as an obstacle is pretty significant because it's also a major arcana card, and it generally means that, of course, there may be a little bit of a breakup or a separation in a friendship or a relationship that means a lot. Perhaps it's a partnership that kind of borderlines friendship as well. But definitely the Lovers as an obstacle suggests that something is not really going well in a union. Some sort of a disagreement perhaps among friends or among family members or among lovers. The connection is broken. The connection that is kind of, we have emotions which are building blocks of connections, and it seems that emotions are different and that connection becomes weaker rather than stronger. It could be due to outside influence as well, but for most of you it is lack of self-awareness, perhaps not really realizing how words or actions could reverberate, and it could also be a little bit of lack of self-confidence. It could just be that that's coming from feeling ignored. It could be that you may feel like you're doing a lot and you're not really being appreciated for the effort that you're kind of putting in. And of course, it's clarified by the Ten of Swords. The good thing about the Ten of Swords in reverse is that it suggests that your troubles are not as severe as they could be, but they will drag on. They will continue. There's no kind of end. There's no finality that comes about. Sometimes, when a situation gets to an unbearable point, it's better that it's over. But, sometimes situations drag on. And as a result, all those low vibration feelings and emotions also continue, to drag on, creating a little bit of apathy, anxiety, or depression. Depression is looking back and regretting something from, thinking about the past constantly. And anxiety is very different from depression because anxiety is all about being worried about the future rather than the past. But both of those elements, can be present for different people. Definitely the Ten of Swords in reverse in an obstacle position could suggest that, you're trying to get to a certain point, but you're unable, lack of progress, basically. Now, the good thing is in the present position, we do have Justice, and Justice is really wonderful because she brings clarity and she brings truth, and she kind of makes a situation a little bit more clear so that progress can be made. Justice is not about punishment. Justice is about like that karmic debt, sometimes people have karmic debt that is attached to them. I think all people have karmic debt in one shape or form. Because all of us sometimes think that we make the right choices, sometimes we make mistakes, and so on and so forth. So definitely there can be karmic debt in the form of challenges and tests that continue to sort of follow us. And Justice basically brings the message that the truth will set you free if you choose to do the right thing, if you choose to address issues or relationships or situations that may be a little bit difficult. You will gain wisdom, you will gain progress, you will gain kind of achievement in a form of moving forward and learning from that experience as well. Justice is all about being accountable, taking on responsibility, being fair with yourself and others as well. Making decisions, based on facts rather than emotions. Definitely, it's a card that sort of clears the way a little bit. It could also just mean legal matters. It could be that you're meeting with an attorney or a judge. It could be that you have some sort of contracts to sign. It could be that you're making a purchase and you need to read the fine print as well. It could be that, someone important to you is involved in a legal matter, and perhaps you could, provide a little bit of advice as well. The Hermit is all about wisdom. He's a seeker, and he understands that the inner world is more important than the outer world. He knows where he's going. He is kind of following this inner voice, inner guidance, that intuition that he has, and most of all, of course, wisdom. Combined, the Justice and the Hermit suggest that you were kind of looking and evaluating things inside of yourself, and perhaps even seeking the truth, seeking things from, a different perspective. That brings you back to the Hanged Man, so that you're able to kind of see all aspects of a relationship or a situation. The great thing is that in the future outcome position, we do have the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is a wish card. It's a card of abundance and satisfaction. Cups, as we know, represent emotions, and emotions represent building blocks of connections. So when you do get the Nine of Cups, it suggests that emotionally you're feeling like you're moving in the right direction, as far as being, socially supported, or perhaps establishing connections, making a new connection that kind of brings something that you were missing before. It, is a card where you're feeling really comfortable, proud, and really kind of moving in the right direction. Of course, the Wheel of Fortune is helping you. It's kind of like the wind behind the sails. It kind of does a little fast track for you. It carries you a little bit. The Wheel of Fortune is known to be a destiny card, and it's a card of discovering a purpose and getting, what it is that you want. For some of you, it could also be that you're being recognized at work or at studies, and you're kind of getting good marks or promotion. Really fortunate combination, the Nine of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. As far as love, it's not, the best combination for love, because the Nine of Cups only shows one person, and of course there's a cup missing. The Ten of Cups is that kind of overall completion. But the good thing is that you're moving in the right direction. You're getting closer to the goal. You're getting closer to your dreams, which, of course gives you strength and confidence. Let's see what energy oracle cards I pulled, and we've got Envy, interesting, Happy Family, and Adjacent Possibilities. So definitely in February and beyond, you're going to feel a lot happier. You are making a connection. If you already have a connection, that connection is getting stronger. Happy Family is a really wonderful omen for relationships, for friendships. Definitely there is a rainbow moment that is going to happen in the near future for you. And the Divine here also suggests that make sure you are aware of adjacent possibilities, so definitely keep your eyes open for that. And the Envy is just a reminder, the Envy card is just a reminder to focus on having attitude of gratitude rather than looking elsewhere. This person has, pearls, silver, she has all this fine clothing, and she's pretty doing well for herself, and yet she keeps looking. So it's kind of like that, greed where enough is never enough. And the reminder here is, remember to appreciate the special moments in your life, because when you look at others, you think they have something, you think they might be a little bit more happier, but really they're not, because really happiness in life comes to very, very basic things. So looking elsewhere is definitely a reminder here from the universe that it only distracts you and perhaps wastes precious time and energy. Let's see what answers from angels I pulled as well. And we have, there's something better. We have trust and big happy changes. Look at that. Wonderful. Trust in the universe, trust in the divine spirit, trust in yourself, trust in people around you, trust that the universe knows what it's doing, trust that the universe will bring you what you need at the moment that you need it. Remember that you are whole. Remember that you are a unique and honored human being. So definitely make sure that you honor yourself and be compassionate to yourself. Remember to have faith and know, kind of without worrying, is something going to happen, is something not going to happen. Just kind of have faith that things are aligning as they need to align. Sometimes trust is the most difficult thing we can do, especially if we, have had a few challenges, a few tests that, created a lot of low vibration in us. It's important to remember that faith gets us through the toughest moments, and faith also brings us the most important miracles in our lives. Definitely wonderful news are coming your way, big happy changes, as we see in this card. And make sure that you readjust your course if you need to, because the divine suggests there is something better coming your way. So make sure that you don't get fixated or obsessed with something that you believe you need, or sometimes we become very attached to outcome. If this does not happen, everything goes wrong. Remember that there is something better that the universe has in store for you. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, please follow me on Instagram, Sunrise Tarot 21. Thank you for visiting, and I will see you next time.